Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Calculus, and today I present to you graph theory. Webster's dictionary describes a graph as a diagram such as series of one or more points, lines, line segments, curves, or areas that represent the variation of a variable in comparison with that of one or more other variables. But why should you care? Graph theory is the study of graphs, a plot with vertices, dots, and edges, the lines that connect them. These fundamentals can cover many different topics, from flowcharts to data management. Whoa! I love data management. With specific graphs, there are many different, deeper interpretations. Directed or undirected simple graphs is the difference between regulated segments, a normal algebra graph, or crazy, kooky, silly, kooky, funny, silly, kooky stuff, like undirected graphs with no direction. Weighted graphs have additional weight attributed to edges between nodes, just like my ex-wife. These weights on these edges can be numbers, like 5 or 12. Infinite and finite graphs are infinite or finite. Directed graphs, not to be confused with directed graphs, is when the edges have flow, like arrows in a flowchart, like where the edges have flow, like in a flowchart. This is a graph. Graph theory is almost as big as your mom when it comes to the many topics under the subject umbrella, so here are the top 2 choices when I looked up examples of graph theory on Google. The 3 utilities problem is a common problem you've probably seen before and a good intro to graph theory problems. The idea is that each house needs all 3 utilities, heat, water, and electricity, without having crossing paths. Can you make it so that this house has all 3 utilities? Good job. If you didn't get that solution, leave the room now. For all remaining people, let it be known that that person is stupid and I hate them. Now for it to be a little more difficult, can you figure it out with 2 houses? I will wait. Good job. Yeah. Now for it to be more complicated, can you do it with 3? Well, you could get water, heat, but not electricity. Electricity has crossed paths with heat, and in any organization of this problem, will not be able to be solved with the current restrictions. It can be solved, however, in a 3-dimensional, like a Mobius strip, being a prime example. In the next problem, Eulerian trails, we will talk about reaching every single edge only once in one shape, like this one. Going from one vertex over, and then over. That is able to be solved. That is called the Eulerian trail. There's also one on this one. However, this is not a Eulerian graph. Do you think this one is solvable? Yes, it is. This is a Eulerian graph because each vertice has an even number of edges attributed to them. This is a Eulerian graph from Euler's theorem about Eulerian graphs, that every edge vertice. My brain is leaking out of my ear. This is not a Eulerian graph. This can be solved, however, with Fleury's theorem, which says that you take one odd vertex and follow the path by removing the previous vertice. Try it now. Good job. Yeah. I am running out of time, but if you want to look at more graph theory things, look up a Wikipedia article. Thank you.